Excuse me. Jeff, hi, turn it on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to McAllister Fieldhouse and the 2024 Commencement. Our ceremony will begin in less than 5 minutes. At this time, I ask our guests to take their seats and turn off all electronic devices. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the platform party and remain standing through the conclusion of the national anthem.
Good morning. Welcome to the Citadel's 155th Commencement. I am Sally Selden, the Provost and Dean of the College, and today we celebrate the achievements of the unstoppable and resilient class of 2024. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to today's celebration. Class of 2024, standing before you today, is comprised of 490 cadets from 32 states and 4 countries. This class is outstanding through the common bonds of honor, duty, and respect, the core values of a Citadel graduate. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Lieutenant Colonel Aaron Meadows, chaplain to the South Carolina Corps Cadets, followed by the national anthem played by the regimental band under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Smith.
Would you join me for a word of prayer? Heavenly Father, we give you praise and glory this morning as we celebrate and welcome the class of 2024 into our long gray line. Heavenly Father, we pray that these last 4 or 5 or so years that they have been here at this institution have molded and shaped them into the women and men of virtue and character and the principled leaders that you have created them to be. We give you thanks for their classmates, for their cadre, their TAC officers, and the faculty and staff that have trained and educated these young men and women to be prepared for this day. And Heavenly Father, as they leave this place with their ring on one hand and diploma tube in the other, we pray that they would be ready and excited and filled with hope and steadfast courage for both the trials and the joys that are ahead. We also pause this morning and give you thanks for all the family and friends that have supported to get them here to this day, and that will continue to support them throughout their lives. We pray your blessings upon them and all of us, our institution, our country, and the world, that it may be filled with your grace and peace. And we always pray to you because yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forever. Amen.
Please be seated. Our College Marshal, Dr. Joel Berlingeri, and our Cadet Marshals may now exit. It is an honor for me to introduce the 20th President of the Citadel, General Glenn Walters, United States Marine Corps retired, Citadel class of 1979. He returned to his alma mater in 2018 after serving as the 34th Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, the second ranking officer in the Marines, his final assignment in a distinguished 39-year career. General Walters served as a naval aviator and test pilot and in command and staff roles at every level. Please join me in welcoming General Walters.
"39 years, 6 months, and 16 days. Please join me in thanking Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Smith and the regimental band for their splendid performance today. Members of the class of 2024, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you to this great event. To the class of 2024, congratulations. Please accept Gail's and my best wishes as you depart and serve your communities and our nation. I offer special greetings to the families of our graduates. I know many of you have traveled great distances to be here today and have sacrificed much to get your cadet through these past years. I told you 4 years ago when you dropped them off at matriculation that you would see a remarkable transformation over a knob year. From Matriculation Day to Parents' Week and to Thanksgiving, to Christmas and to Recognition Day. And each subsequent year, the changes will become more pronounced. I told you you wouldn't recognize the men and women your sons and daughters have become after 4 years in the Corps of Cadets. Was I right? Was I right? The individual alone makes a Citadel journey, but they do so with the support of parents, family, and friends. So thank you all for supporting them. To the class of 2024, we all remember August of 2020, when you reported amid the pandemic. When others were pausing their education, taking a year off, learning remotely, you leaned in and started an incredible, difficult journey through unusual times. Your class showed the resilience and grit beyond what other knob years required. I'm convinced those experiences are a big part of your success. You should be rightly proud, and your class will boast the highest graduation rate in recorded history of the college. Let me put something behind that. We were very proud to claim the highest graduation rate in this state and in the top 5% of all universities and colleges in the country when we were at 68%. Last night, the provost did the calculations on your class. You graduated at a remarkable 78%. Congratulations. Gail and I have enjoyed getting to know the class of 24, your families, and we wish you all the best. I cannot say enough about your performance these last 4 years, nor can I say enough about what I know you will each accomplish in the coming years and decades. You will do this school proud. Congratulations. God bless every one of you, and very, very well done. I invite Dr. Selden to continue the ceremony.
I will now introduce the distinguished guests on the platform and ask each to stand briefly as I call their name. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Colonel Greg Delaney, Class of 74, Chair, Board of Visitors. Major General John Grinnells, United States Marine Corps, retired, 18th President of the Citadel. Lieutenant General John W. Rosa, United States Air Force, retired, Class of 73, 19th President of the Citadel, President Emeritus. Colonel Pete McCoy, Class of 74, Vice Chair, Board of Visitors. Colonel Allison Dean Love, the Citadel Graduate College, Class of 93, Board of Visitors. Colonel Gene Pinson, Class of 72, Board of Visitors. Colonel J.C. Dominic, United States Air Force, retired, Class of 71, Board of Visitors. Colonel Jimmy Nicholson, Class of 85, Board of Visitors. Colonel Bob Lyon, Class of 71, Board of Visitors. Colonel Trez Smith, MD, Class of 98, Board of Visitors. Mrs. Deb Hardgrove, Designated Representative of the State Superintendent of Education. Colonel Billy Jenkinson, Class of 68, Member Emeritus, Board of Visitors. Colonel Doug Schneider, Class of 82, Member Emeritus, Board of Visitors. Colonel Tom Gordon, United States Marine Corps retired, Class of 91, Commandant of the South Carolina Corps Cadets. Dr. Brian Madison Jones, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Dr. Darren Zimmerman, Dean of the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics. Dr. Andrew Williams, Dean of the School of Engineering. Dr. Michael Weeks, Dean of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business. Dr. Brittany Kane, Interim Dean of the Zucker Family School of Education. Dr. Kevin Bauer, Associate Provost and Dean of General Studies. And Mr. Norm Poole, Class of 1990, President of the Citadel Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming these distinguished guests who, through their shared leadership, contributed to the success of the Citadel and to the success of the Class of 2024. Our speaker and honorary degree recipients will be introduced later in the program. We are also pleased to have 39 Citadel alumni who will present diplomas to their family members. Will these Citadel alumni please rise and let us welcome you with a round of applause. Graduation Day places the spotlight on the primary mission of the institution, academic achievement. As a college, we understand that the greatest tool in any military engagement or civilian career is one's mind. The faculty devoted their efforts to engage and challenge their students during their time here. Many people are involved in educating principal leaders, and I'd like to introduce several of them now. First, the academic leadership team of the Citadel, the deans, the department heads, and the chair and officers of the Faculty Senate, please rise and be recognized. Also present are representatives of the more than 200 talented and dedicated Citadel faculty. Will the faculty please rise and be recognized? And at this time, it is my pleasure to ask Cadet Captain William Allen, Senior Class President, to come forward to give remarks on behalf of the Class of 2024. Please join me in welcoming Cadet Allen.
As the renowned philosopher Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Now, I'm guessing the class-skipping, wisecracking Ferris would not have lasted long here. But I do believe his quote resonates deeply with what it means to be a Citadel cadet. Tonight, I'm sure you will all talk about how quickly these 4 years went by, and a large part of that is due to the speed at which we move. We're always going a million miles per hour, heading to meetings, rushing to class, leading hydro details, or beating F-Troop in intramurals. And we're frequently told how it takes grit and everything you have to get through the Citadel, which has helped create our unofficial slogan that the Citadel is a terrible place to be, but a great place to be from. I disagree. I believe the Citadel does take a special person to gate through, but if we take Mr. Bueller's advice and reflect for a moment, I'm sure you will all agree with me that the Citadel is an amazing place to be, period. Right out of the gate, our class was thrown a major curveball, COVID. We pulled up to the Alumni Center and got handed 3 thick black masks. These masks would soon become the bane of our existence as we said our hurried goodbyes to our parents and stepped through the gates for the first time. That fall semester seemed to creep by as we learned our friends' schools had closed and they were spending the rest of the semester on their couches taking online classes. I know that I was not the only one who was checking the Citadel COVID tracker religiously, hoping to share their same fate. But just like the hurricanes that always seemed to dissipate right before our hurricane was announced, we never got the chance. I'm sure you remember waiting with your ear to your door every Wednesday or Thursday to hear the leave policy announced, or running back in from morning PT with your mask soaking wet from being hooked on the back of your PT belt while you did flutter kicks on the freshly watered parade deck. Remember checking through your emails and on Canvas, trying to see if you had class in person or on Zoom over an iPad that could never quite track the professor. And how about the first time we were allowed in each other's rooms? 4 people max, with the door wide open. It may seem trivial to anyone else, but to us, it felt like the biggest privilege we had earned. It was these things that made our knob year a completely unique experience that no class before or after will ever be able to truly understand. We spent the next 3 years slowly earning our spot at the Citadel. Our sophomore year, we had our first taste of rank and quickly learned that sweep details were not only a knob responsibility. Our junior year, we finally donned our blazer and saw how quickly you can get to class when you're actually allowed to cross the parade deck. And then our senior year, when we walked through the chapel door and put on our bands of gold, cementing our place at this school. We've joined the long gray line, gained our commissions, and now wait anxiously to cross this stage and finally turn our rings outwards towards the world. These moments are ones that we will remember for the rest of our lives, ones that tie us to all the classes that came before us. But I'd like to end by asking you to think about those other moments too, the small ones, the everyday, goofy, mundane times that make the Citadel not just a great place to be from, but a great place to be. You might not remember what assignment you were working on that was causing you so much stress, but you will never forget the shouts coming from around battalion due to a raccoon being seen in the barracks. You might not remember what test you just bombed, but you will never forget walking across the parade deck and seeing 2nd Battalion on a beautiful spring afternoon. You might not remember how hard it was to wake up for formation, but you'll never forget sitting at breakfast with all of your friends. And finally, you might not remember what made you choose the Citadel those 5 long years ago, but you will never, never forget these past 4 years. The friendships you have made, the skills you have learned, and the stories that you will tell. Make sure you take a second and reflect on these moments. Soon, we'll cross this stage, and life will keep moving fast. I just asked the class of 2024 to heed Mr. Bueller's advice, to stop, look around, appreciate the little moments, and remember, the Citadel is not just a great place to be from, but it is a great place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet Allen. We now come to the presentation of special awards. Celebrating outstanding academic achievement across all 4 years, our first award of the day is the Scholarship Medal, the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award. Each year, the Scholarship Medal and the First Honor Graduate Award are presented to the senior cadet who has attained the highest academic standing in the class based on the total college record. The Cadet Scholarship Medal and the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award will be presented by Colonel McCoy, member of the Board of Visitors. This year's first honor graduate is Cadet Echanan Iambalisit. Please come forward.
Echanan Iambalisit is from Bangkok, Thailand, and he earned a perfect grade point average of 4.0, majoring in electrical engineering. I asked Echanan the other day, I said, I know you came here 4 years ago, or in the summer of 2020. I said, you weren't here a week at Cadre. Somebody gave you a nickname. What was it? And he told me Summer. He's a member of the Tau Beta Pi, the Engineering Honor Society, a cadet ambassador for the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, represented the college as a member of the Citadel's Engineering Ethics Team. Upon graduation, he will be commissioned as an officer in the Thai Army and one day hopes to earn a PhD in electrical engineering and return to academia. It is my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award to Echanan. Congratulations. Yep. Let me get these off.
The next award is the David Shingler Spell Second Honor Graduate Award, to be presented to the senior cadet who has attained the second highest academic standing in the class based on total college record. Both the first and second honor graduates receive an inscribed plaque and a stipend. The David Shingler Spell Second Honor Graduate Award will be presented by Colonel McCoy. And our second honor graduate is Cadet Caroline K. Warren. Please come forward.
Cadet Caroline Warren is from Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, earned a perfect grade point average, 4.0 in mechanical engineering. Woo. Phenomenal. She was a 4-year Air Force RTC scholarship student, a member of the Citadel's women's soccer team, and an honors program student. She also served the Papa Company in multiple rank positions, most recently as Human Affairs Officer. Additionally, she participated in the undergraduate research of the School of Engineering faculty for the effective training of assembly line workers and presented research related to the wind turbines at an Honors College conference. Upon graduation, she will enter the Air Force Institute of Technology at Wright-Patt Air Force Base outside of Dayton, Ohio, and to earn a master's degree in engineering management and continuing in her Air Force career. It is my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell Second Honored Graduate Award to Cadet Caroline K. Warren. Congratulations.
The next award is the John O. Wilson Ring. Dr. Wilson was a Citadel graduate, class of 1862, and a cavalryman in Company F, 6th South Carolina Cavalry, a unit made up of Citadel cadets. He became a successful lawyer, preacher, and editor, and served as the second president of Lander University in Greenwood, South Carolina. He established a fund for the John O. Wilson Ring in 1911. The coveted John O. Wilson Ring is given each year in honor of the late Dr. Wilson to the senior cadet voted by their classmates as the finest Purest and most courteous member of the class. Colonel Nicholson, member of the Board of Visitors, will present the award. The 2024 recipient of the John O. Wilson Ring is Cadet Colonel Sullivan Newsom. Please come forward.
The class of 2024 voted to award the Wilson Ring to Sullivan Newsom, who is from Prosperity, South Carolina, and is receiving his supply chain management degree today. He excelled in academics and the military, earning Gold Stars, President's List, and Commandant's List. Additionally, he is a Palmetto recipient and earned the Wade Hampton Sabre. Because of his outstanding leadership abilities, Cadet Newsom was selected to serve as the 2023-2024 Regimental Commander. He consistently demonstrates principled leadership, academic excellence, and service to others. Cadet Newsom accepted employment with Lee Distributors in Summerville as a full-time trainee in their Leaders in Training program. In keeping with the long-standing tradition, I am also presenting you with a letter from last year's recipient of the Wilson Ring, Thomas Blake Giles. Next year at this time, it will be your responsibility to carry on this tradition by sending a letter to the Wilson Ring recipient for the class of 2025. Congratulations.
At this time, we are awarding a special degree posthumously to Cadet Sullivan Watkins. In his seat among his classmates, you will see his Citadel Shako, placed there in remembrance of his 4 years here. Would Angel Watkins please join me at the podium? Having excelled academically, earning multiple gold stars, it is my honor and privilege to award Sullivan his Bachelor of Science degree in Construction Engineering from the Citadel. With this degree, Sullivan joins the long gray line, and we duly celebrate his life with his fellow alumni.
Today, the Citadel is proud to honor 5 outstanding Americans for significant contributions to the nation and our way of life. The Board of Visitors approve awarding honorary degrees to the following distinguished individuals: Senator Harvey Peeler, Jr., Dr. Christopher Curtis Swain, Dr. John Caldwell Worley, Jr., and South Carolina Representative Bruce Bannister, and United States Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Colonel Greg Delaney, Chair of the Board of Visitors, Colonel Gordon and Dr. Bauer will assist me in bestowing these honorary degrees. Senator Peeler. The Honorable Harvey Peeler is a servant leader whose legacy spans more than 4 decades. After graduating from Clemson, Senator Peeler was commissioned in the United States Army. Upon returning to the family dairy farm, he felt compelled to make his community better for his children and grandchildren and ran for public office. As a member of the South Carolina Senate, he held a number of roles, including Senate Majority Leader, Chair of the Education Committee, and currently Chair of the Finance Committee. Senator Peeler has always represented the people of South Carolina with the utmost integrity. As a veteran, he appreciates the mission of the Citadel, has been a supporter and friend to the college. In recognition of a lifetime of service, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award Senator Harvey Peeler the Honorary Doctor of Public Service degree. Dr. Christopher Swain is a dedicated OBGYN doctor and a loyal Citadel alumnus with a passion for improving lives. After graduating from the Citadel in 1981, Dr. Swain pursued his medical education. As a young doctor, he was astounded that expectant mothers were evaluated by a nurse who was taking instructions from a doctor over a phone. In 2006, he conceived the idea to create a 24/7 obstetric emergency department to improve patient safety. He and his brother, David Swain, class of 1980, co-founded the OB Hospital Group, providing quality health care for expectant mothers and their babies. In the same way Dr. Swain recognized the unmet needs of expectant mothers, he noted areas in his alma mater that needed improvement. By the generosity and passion of Dr. Swain and his family, the Swain School of Science and Mathematics, the Swain School of Nursing, and the Swain Boating Center are all now thriving, providing numerous opportunities to cadets, students, faculty, and staff. He served most recently as chair of the Citadel Foundation Board, where he led some of the most successful fundraising years in college history. In recognition for his exceptional professional accomplishments and service to his alma mater, the Board of Visitors is proud to present Dr. Christopher Swain with the Honorary Doctor of Science degree. Dr. John, or excuse me, I just gave you another PhD. John Caldwell Worley Jr. is an author and proud member of the Citadel class of 1967, attending through a football scholarship. Mr. Worley was an all-round student, excelling academically, athletically, and as a cadet officer. After graduation, he earned a law degree and began practicing. He always dreamed of writing, and later, with the encouragement from his family and his classmate, Pat Conroy, he wrote his first novel, Bethesda's Child. His words are etched on the Citadel War Memorial, which was sponsored by the class of 1967. In recognition of his inspiring words that tell the story of his alma mater, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award John Worley the Honorary Doctor of Letters degree. South Carolina Representative Bruce W. Bannister, chair of the House and Ways and Means Committee, is a devoted public servant. He has represented Greenville County in the General Assembly since 2005 and has served as a House Majority Leader. As a legislator, he's passed the Work For and Senior Affordable Housing Act and the Children's Advocacy Medical Response Systems Act. In addition to many awards and serving as a director on multiple boards, he is a graduate of Leadership Greenville and a 2014 Liberty Fellow. For his tireless work and dedication to the people of South Carolina, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award Representative Bruce Bannister an Honorary Doctorate of Public Service. Our final honorary degree is awarded to our commencement speaker, the Honorable Nancy Ruth Mace, a businesswoman, United States representative, and a trailblazer. Representative Mace grew up in the South Carolina Low Country. She is the daughter of retired Army Brigadier General J. Emory Mace, Citadel class of 1963, and her mother, Ann, a retired school teacher. In 1999, she graduated magna cum laude with a degree in business administration, becoming the first female cadet to graduate from the Citadel. This historic event garnered national attention and earned her an important place in our college history. Starting in 2018, Representative Mace served in the South Carolina legislature. In 2020, she was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, where she currently serves the 1st District of South Carolina. For being the role model to young women everywhere and for her commitment to her alma mater and the citizens of South Carolina, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award the Honorable Nancy Mace the Honorary Doctor of Political Leadership and Diplomacy Award. Well done. We are so proud she returns here today to speak to the class of 2024 and our guests. Please join me in welcoming our esteemed South Carolina Congresswoman and Citadel alum, Nancy Mace.
Thank you, General, and distinguished guests, friends of the Citadel, esteemed Board of Visitors who are here today, the President of the Citadel, the Commandant of Cadets, and members of the class of 2024. Thank you. 25 years ago, I had the honor of sitting in one of these chairs that you're sitting in today, about to become the first woman to graduate from the Citadel Corps of Cadets. I was pale, I was nauseous, and I couldn't comprehend how I had made it down the road less traveled. Today, you sit with your powerful rings, about to grip your hard-earned diplomas, as you think about all you have endured to bring you to this moment today. That uncertain fall 4 years ago, you could have chosen to stay home in the middle of COVID-19 with mom and dad where it was safe. You could have chosen to go someplace else where it was easy. But you made a difficult choice during exceptionally difficult times. You may have regretted that decision, Nabir, but you now know it was the best decision of your life. Today, you will think of all of your teachers, all of your coaches, all of your superiors, your peers, even a few irritants, now all friends for life. There are people in this room who at one time you had probably wished had never even been born, who have now turned out to become the people you could never live without. Because even though it probably didn't feel like it at times, you know today you were all in this together. And for those who wear the ring, you will be in this together for a lifetime. Your journey doesn't end, but in fact, it is only beginning. And then, of course, your parents and family are here. They're the ones who know exactly where you're sitting. They're getting their phones ready to capture the moment when their sons, and yes, daughters, walk across this stage for one brief shining moment as you join the long gray line forever. In my family, if you were scared of my dad's bark, you knew not to mess with my mom's bite. Some of you could probably relate. Prior to arriving on campus on August 24th, 1996, I was assaulted at the age of 16. By 17, I had dropped out of high school. I didn't believe for a minute at that moment in time that I ever had a future. But one day in the summer of 1996, all of that changed. The Citadel offered me something no one else could when it opened its doors to women. It offered me a place to face an obstacle unlike any other, like many of you. It offered me a place to face a challenge I had never seen before, where I could learn not just to survive, but I could learn to thrive. And the Citadel, by the grace of God, saved my life. But with age comes wisdom, as they say, or so it should. I know today what I couldn't comprehend then, 25 plus years ago. We make it here at the Citadel because of our courage. We make it here at the Citadel because of our discipline. And we make it here at the Citadel because of our strength. And if you can make it here, ladies and gentlemen, you can make it anywhere. At the age of 17, I quickly learned that dropping out of high school might not have been the best decision. My parents' immediate reaction was to say, Nancy, if you're going to stop going to school, you have to start going to work. So I did, at a fine dining establishment some of you may be familiar with, also known as the Waffle House. Let's just say it didn't take me long to realize that while Waffle House may have been an important part of my journey, it was not, and it would not be, my destination. After finishing high school and getting my academic house back in order, my road less traveled led me to a place where we gather today. I went from good food fast to duty, honor, and respect. Now, I know for all of us, the path to duty, honor, and respect was not always smooth sailing. Just ask some of the sailing team who had the creative idea to hone their craft during last fall's hurricane with a couple of sailboats and a kayak. I'm sure it was a blast until they had to be fished out of the water by a man in his own boat who happened to be Colonel Gordon, the Commandant of Cadets. I think the hurricane boaters may have just finished their last tours a few hours ago, just in time for today's graduation. You all have endured because you all wear the ring. On the ring you wear proudly, you have the oak leaves because it's a symbol of strength. And it's a symbol of endurance, because without endurance, none of you would be crossing this stage today. I want to take a brief moment this morning and talk to the female cadets who are graduating today. Because one day, 25 years ago, I made history as one. When you cross this stage, it might feel like a quick walk, but it's not. It's a long path that took over 150 years to forge. You'll be following in the footsteps of thousands of men and 800 women who came before you. Women like Amanda Orson, who was Citadel class of 2003, who was the first woman battalion commander and has gone on to Harvard and Wharton. And today she is now the founder and CEO of a company using AI to power real estate. And then we have the Magnificent Seven, the first African-American female graduates in class of 2002. They have become leaders in industry, leaders in medicine, and leaders in the military. And that brings me to Sarah Zorn, class of 2019. She was the first female regimental commander, now an Army artillery officer, and an accomplished black belt. She was also selected by Annie Leibovitz to headline a series of photos featuring influential young women pioneers. And as women, we hear a great deal about glass ceilings. But glass is meant to be broken. So shatter it to pieces, because the reality is only as strong as the power we grant it. Let your legacy inspire the women coming after you. And as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. So when you get to where you're going, turn around and help the next woman behind you find her way. But today, whether you are male or female, sitting here getting ready to get your diploma, to all those who enter the iron gates on a hot Saturday in August, embark on the road less traveled. It is a road I am proud every single one of you chose to take. Courage, discipline, and strength. I'm sure you've observed these values are in short supply everywhere you look today. We've seen a lack of these values leads to chaos and lawlessness both at home and abroad. What we are witnessing around college campuses, at our borders, and in wars around the world is proof that without discipline, there is no strength, and that an idle command to stop without fear of consequences will be ignored and even mocked. What is happening across this country in our so-called elite universities is not just unacceptable, it's un-American. And it's difficult to imagine that in America today, there are college students being instructed to leave campus for safety reasons simply because of their religion. But that's not the way it is here. I would love to see how long one of these self-appointed student leaders on one of these elite college, so-called elite university campuses would last during Hell Week. Thank you. I think they all could use a dose of Citadel discipline. Whether you end up as the president of a company, president of a university, or president of the United States, strength is an indispensable ingredient of a respected leader. From her founding, America has always been the envy of the world because of her strength. Over the last few years, we've seen wars break out in Europe and more recently in the Middle East. While I actively participate in the ongoing debates around America's role in these wars and around the world, I keep coming back to the undeniable facts that have been proven throughout history. Strength preserves peace, and weakness invites war. Your job now is to accomplish the goals you've set for yourselves. You have the tools and the knowledge that generations before us could only have dreamed of. Teddy Roosevelt referred once to the man in the arena, and his words apply just as readily to the men and women in this arena today. You now experience the triumph of high achievement, and your place will never be with the cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat. Today, America needs leaders who possess unbeatable and unparalleled strength. All over America in the next few weeks, colleges and universities will be holding commencements where the graduates will all be told they are the future of their country. While they are technically our future, only a select group of graduates will be our future leaders. However, today I am proud to be in the presence of 490 future leaders today. America's true future leaders aren't setting up encampments on college campuses. America's future leaders are about to walk the stage in McAllister Fieldhouse, at a school where we don't burn American flags, we salute them. You are graduating at a time when America needs the courage, when America needs the discipline, and when America needs the strength that flows through the veins of every single Citadel graduate. While many of you will be joining the noblest of callings in our armed services, others will enter private enterprise, while many may even join me in public service. No matter your career, your Citadel experience and your Citadel principles will always light your way. For me, I've had a little bit of fun shaking things up in Washington by introducing them to a concept, a new concept we all know by heart. A member of Congress will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those who do. So no matter where you set your sights, when you leave here today, your loftiest dreams have been made more achievable by the discipline that has been instilled in each of you from the moment you arrived on campus. Mother Teresa once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." It is what has allowed me to go from the kitchen at the Waffle House to the historic chamber of the U.S. House. It is what will separate you when you face the inevitable challenges life throws at all of us. You will think of the time when you fell flat on your face and you didn't think you had any push-ups left in you, yet you finished Recognition Day. When your once nemesis and now tomorrow's friend for life screamed, "Get up, knob, you can do this," and you did it. And not to quote Ferris Bueller, Cadet Allen, but when life comes at you fast, you can look down at your ring and remember it represents your courage, your ring represents your discipline, and your ring represents your strength in every challenge you endure. And there will be many in the years to come. And I speak from experience when I tell you, your sacrifice here was great, but your reward after will be even greater. So congratulations and God bless the ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of the Citadel Corps of Cadets, class of 2024. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
As we do celebrate 25 years of women in the Corps of Cadets, we especially thank you, Representative Mace, for sharing your thoughts and your service to South Carolina and America. Well done. Your words are a fitting capstone to the class of 2024's journey. Citadel graduates enjoy a well-earned reputation for providing outstanding service to our nation. The ultimate expression of this is answering the call to duty in the military, as Citadel alumni have done since the Mexican-American War of 1846. Yesterday, members of the class of 2024 were commissioned and entered the Armed Forces of the United States. I would ask all those officers who were commissioned yesterday to stand up. Thank you. Great crowd here. I was supposed to now say, let's have a round of applause. You beat me to it. So I got to skip my notes. You're putting me off stride. I invite Dr. Sullivan back to the podium.
The conferring of degrees to the members of the Citadel class of 2024 will now take place. Each school dean will come forward and ask the candidates from their programs to please stand. Graduates, when your degree program is called by your dean, please rise until all programs within your school have been called. At the end, Colonel Delaney, Board of Visitors Chair, will ask all graduates to stand as one class and confer all degrees. I invite Dr. Brian Madison Jones, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, English, History, Intelligence and Security Studies, Modern Languages, Political Science, and Psychology please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we congratulate you on your academic achievements and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Darren Zimmerman, Dean of the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry, Computer Science, Cyber Operations, Exercise Science, Mathematics, Nursing, Physics, Physical Education, and Sport Management please rise? Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry also please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Andrew Williams, Dean of the School of Engineering, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Computer Engineering, Construction Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the School of Engineering, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Dr. Michael Weeks, Dean of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, to the podium.
Good morning. On behalf of the faculty of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, I'm very proud to honor our graduates today. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Accounting, Finance, Marketing and Business Development, and Supply Chain Management please rise? Congratulations on a job well done. The faculty and I know you will make us proud. Congratulations. I now invite Dr. Brittany Kane, Interim Dean of the Zucker Family School of Education, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the Zucker Family School of Education, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated, and and I invite Dr. Selden to resume the program.
Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present these candidates who have been certified by the faculty as having successfully completed all requirements for their respective degrees, and turn the program over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Selden. Will the 2024 graduation candidates please stand? By the authority vested in me by the General Assembly of South Carolina, as chair of the Board of Visitors, I confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree for which you have qualified, with all the rights, duties, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated. Dr. Selden.
We will now present diplomas to the graduates. Ms. Maria Aslagi, Director of Communications and Marketing for the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, will call the name of each graduate. The graduates will receive their diplomas in the following order. The first and second honor graduates will receive their diplomas, followed by their classmates. Diplomas will be presented alphabetically to all graduates, including those currently on active duty with the Armed Forces of the United States, veteran students, and members of the South Carolina Corps Cadets. Graduating veterans are recognized by the wearing of red, white, and blue cords. In keeping with Citadel tradition, the last cadet to cross the stage will deliver remarks. As our cadets walk across the stage to receive their diploma, their name will appear on the Jumbotron. Graduates becoming lifetime members in the Citadel Alumni Association will be announced as they cross the stage. This membership is vital to the future of the Citadel. One measure of the quality of a college is the success of its graduates. Thank you for reaching back to support the Citadel through your Alumni Association on the very day you graduate. Commencement is both a joyful occasion and a solemn event. We ask you to please express your excitement in ways that does not prevent others from hearing the speaker and enjoying the ceremony. Will the first and second honor graduate please come forward?
A. Kanin E. Amborisit, summa cum laude. Caroline K. Warren, summa cum laude, honors program participant, Air Force commissionee, CAA life member. Camden Lane Adams, summa cum laude, CAA life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Maria Angelica Gutierrez Agno. William Fletcher Allen IV, Army commissionee. William Henry Allen V, magna cum laude, honors program participant, CAA life member. Isaiah Matthias Allgaier, honors program participant. Zinwei Anaid Alvarado Ramos, Army commissionee. Paul Jameson Anderson, Army commissionee, CAA life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Mills Andrew Anderson, CAA Life Member. McLean Cully Armstrong, CAA Life Member. Noah Matthew Axtell. Thomas Blaine Aycock, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Hayden Hargis Back, summa cum laude, Army Commissionee. Bryce Jasus Baglia, Army Commissionee. Isaiah Michael Bailey. Robert David Bain IV, CAA Life Member. Caden Newton Baker, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. James Bradley Banco, CAA Life Member. Evans Andrew Banks, summa cum laude, Honors Program participant, CAA Life Member. Michael Benjamin Bartolucci, cum laude. Caroline Brooke Bates. Andrew Bryce Beard. Coleman Joseph Bennett. Harold Tucker Bennett, CAA Life Member. James Joseph Berg, CAA Life Member. Kyle Anthony Bernier, Honors Program participant, Air Force Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Jeremiah Antonio Berry, Army Commissionee. Zachary Joseph Blanchard. Luke William Blankenship, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Robert James Block III, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Graham Caldwell Blondis, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Royce Antonio Bolanos, Army Commissionee. Gavin Kirkpatrick Bond, Army Commissionee. Jack Ryan Bowen, Army Commissionee. Jack Burton Bowles, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. John Wyatt Boyd Jr., cum laude, CAA Life Member. Nicholas Bernasant Boyd. William Whiteman Brady III, who will be presented his diploma by his father. James Alexander Brady, CAA Life Member. Gavin Riley Branyan, CAA Life Member. Walker Lance Brigham. Calvin Andrew Broderson, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Samuel James Brown. David Silas Brunetz, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Kathleen Marie Beulah, cum laude. Isaiah Jeremy Bourrier. Mark Hunter Burton, summa cum laude. William Luke Bush, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member.
Finian James Butcher, magna cum laude, veteran, United States Army, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather.
Elias Otto Buttry, cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Arch Darden Bynum III. Kyla Marie Bird. Clay Philip Caldwell, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. William Lee Phillips Caldwell, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Daniel Edward Camp. Joseph Donald Cannavaro, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Ryan Allen Cannon. Toya Lindsay Canteen, Army Commissionee. Colton Archer Capps. Jasmine Isabel Carbone, CAA Life Member. Craig Philip Carr, Jr., Army Commissionee. Logan Reese Carr, cum laude. Tyler Daniel Caricato, CAA Life Member. Brian John Carroll, Army Commissionee.
Joshua Luke Carroll.
Cameron James Carter. John Garner Casamento, CAA Life Member. Jonah Clarence William Charles, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Xiao Wei Chen. Tyler Lane Cherry. William David Jack Clark. Joseph James Clement, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Mark Adam Clement, Jr., CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joseph Aaron Cole, cum laude, Marine Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Antonio Alexander Colon, CAA Life Member. Gabriel Lewis Colon, magna cum laude, Marine Commissionee, veteran, United States Marine Corps. Jacob Chandler Compton, CAA Life Member. William Edward Cook, cum laude. John Franklin Coons. Grace Elizabeth Cooper, magna cum laude, Marine Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Logan Burkett Cooper. John George Copeland, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Ashley Alejandra Coplo, cum laude, Honors Program participant. Samuel Wade Corley, magna cum laude. Jeremy Wilson Costin, CAA Life Member. Chandler Austin Corson, veteran, United States Air Force. Harmon Russ Cox. Robert Hamilton Cox, Jr. Kyle Bradford Crenshaw. Nicholas Conrad Cruz, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee. Cameron Patrick Kraus, CAA Life Member. William Henry Crowther, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Caitlin Lee Kermode, summa cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Shannon Claire Curtis, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Patrick Lindsay Deonju, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Scott Maxwell Dale, cum laude, Navy Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Andrew Stockman Darby, Jr., summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. William Edwin Dargan IV, CAA Life Member. Ashton Walker Darricott. Andrew Warren Davis. Jalen Christopher Michael Davis, Army Commissionee. Matthew Palmer DiCarlo. Campbell Douglas DeHall, cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Michael Anderson de Jesus. Mark Anthony Delott, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Aiden McKinley Devlin, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Cecily Ann DiVirgilio, CAA Life member. Anthony Saul Diaz, cum laude. Daniel Craig Dawkins III, CAA Life member. William Ian Docherty, cum laude, CAA Life member. Jackson Miles Doris, magna cum laude. Deanna Kathleen Douglas. Mason Stanley Draxton, CAA Life member. Jonathan Connor Dreyer. David Wesley DeBose Jr., cum laude. Ryan James Duffelmeyer, Army commissionee. William Edward Dugan Jr. Jackson LaQuada Dule, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. James Courtney Dunn. Mercedes Michelle Durham, Army commissionee. Leo Ernesto Bashir Eckhart, Army commissionee, honors program participant. Carter Holt Edelman, Marine commissionee, CAA Life member. Trey Sims Adolstein, magna cum laude, Marine commissionee. Kenneth Blakely Edge. Blake Edmonds IV, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Arel Alexander Edivine, summa cum laude, veteran, United States Navy, CAA Life member. Jalen Marie Elgert, magna cum laude. Blake Edward Ellen, CAA Life member. Jackson Holder Ellington. Travis Carson Elliott, summa cum laude, CAA Life member. Joseph Sterling MD, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Carlton Tyler Enos, CAA Life member. Cole Christopher England, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Samuel Paul Erickson, magna cum laude, veteran, United States Army. Connor Heath Irwin, summa cum laude, Navy commissionee, CAA Life member. Anthony Franklin Fairchild. William Sampson Falcoccio, Army commissionee. Henry Daniel Falconberry. John Townsend Fly, cum laude, CAA Life member. Andrew Ryan Forrester, Navy commissionee. Jeremiah Bruce Fouch, cum laude, veteran, United States Navy, CAA Life member. Gavin Griffith Franklin, cum laude, CAA Life member. Slayton Paul Frederick, magna cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Alasia Antonio French, CAA Life member. Jackson Wilson Fuller. Jack Wesley Gamble, CAA Life member. John Marshall Gaston, Jr. Charles Blaine Geiger, cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Bailey Brooke Gentoo, cum laude, Army commissionee. Tyler Ray Garrettsy. Tyler Zachary Gethers, Navy commissionee. Franklin Payne Geddes, cum laude, CAA Life member. Julius Anthony Gibson, magna cum laude. Benjamin Taylor Gilman. Paige Elizabeth Gilstrap, CAA Life member. Samuel Robert Goldenstein. Paul Putnam Goldman. Sadie Rochelle Gomez, magna cum laude. Robert Bird Goodwin, CAA Life member. Gavin Reese Gostomsky, CAA Life member. Ethan Chad Goswick, summa cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Ethan William Goyette, CAA Life member. Cameron Walter Graham, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Daniel Robert Graham, cum laude, CAA Life member. Vincent Cole Gurna. Daniel Wade Gross, cum laude, veteran, United States Marine Corps, Marine commissionee. William Riley Guthrie. Graham Scott Haygood. William Henry Hall. Colin Ray Hamilton, magna cum laude. Fred Reed Hamilton, CAA Life member. Hunter Grayson Hamilton, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Stafford Tate Hannah, summa cum laude. Andrew Boyce Hanson, summa cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Charles Naismith Hardin. Thomas Oran Heron. Anthony Paul Harper, CAA Life member. Nicholas Roger Harpy, summa cum laude, Navy commissionee. Jacob Forrester Harris, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. John Tierney Harris, Army commissionee. Caleb Xavion Hasty. Carson Bennett Hatchett. James Edward Hayes III, Army commissionee. Dalton James Hazelwood, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Charles Jacob Heaton, summa cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Tavin Frank Heisig, magna cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Wilson Michael Hendricks. Gavin John Henschel, CAA Life member. Emily Elizabeth Hickey, magna cum laude, Navy commissionee, CAA Life member. Christian Michael Hines, magna cum laude. Kang Jia Huang, cum laude, Army commissionee. James Arthur Hodges, CAA Life member. Carson Greer Holroyd. Brandon Douglas Hooks, cum laude, CAA Life member. Colton Miklos Horvath, Air Force commissionee. Ashlyn Ararity Howard, summa cum laude, veteran, United States Army, CAA Life member. Mercer Dixon Howard, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Chandler Drake Howell. Graham Riddle Howe, Jr., CAA Life member. Rosario Huerta Cardenas, cum laude, veteran, United States Air Force. Ho Shuo Hung, cum laude, CAA Life member. Benjamin Tate Hutchins, CAA Life member. Megan Rose Ikeda, cum laude. James Evan Inabinit. Elias Christopher Irisari, magna cum laude. Isaiah Wolfgang Iverson, Army Commissionee, CAA Life member. Mecca Iman Jackson. Alan Michael Jacobs, Air Force Commissionee. Riley Michelle Jenkins, cum laude, Navy Commissionee.
Samuel Clark Jenkins, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father.
Nicholas Ryan Johnson, summa cum laude. Vivian Kathleen McShane Johnson, CAA Life member, who will be presented her diploma by her father. Bryson Cornelius Jones. Colin Bailey Jones. Desmond Taft Jones, cum laude, Navy Commissionee, CAA Life member. Ronald Maurice Joy III, CAA Life member. Hunter Madison Cackley, cum laude. Benjamin Robert Kahn, cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Sebastian Peter Kamyanitsky. David Adler Kaufman, Army Commissionee. Charles David Kellett, magna cum laude. Tyler McKinley Kidwell. Noah Hampton Kiger. Young Ho Kim, summa cum laude. Dalton Carl King, Army Commissionee, CAA Life member. Kabwimana Moses Luther King. Luke Michael Kissenberth, who will be presented his diploma by his father. William Henry Knox, Army Commissionee. Spencer Lee Kohlmeyer, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Stephen Russell Kraling, Army Commissionee. Cade Alexander Kravitz, Veteran, United States Air Force. Leslie Cole Kravitz, Veteran, United States Air Force. Jackson Everett Kretzing, CAA Life Member. Samuel Leland Lafrage, Jr., magna cum laude. Eve Chepkarui Langett. Robert William Lauer. Fletcher Hardin Law, CAA Life Member. Fernando Lee Ledbetter, Army Commissionee. Andrew DeBolt Lewis. Joseph Scott Lewis, Jr., summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Justin Hunter Lively, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Caleb William Loverde, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Porter Player Lochner, cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Elizabeth Christine Lockridge, who will be presented her diploma by her father and grandfather. Chase Robert Loggins, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Amy Lorenzos Lobo, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Alexander Stephen Loser, summa cum laude, Honors Program Participant, Marine Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Brendan Eric Lugenblue, magna cum laude, Honors Program Participant, Army Commissionee. Dylan Tinsley Lyda, CAA Life Member. Stephen Quay Lynch, Army Commissionee. Nicholas Hammond Mahone, CAA Life Member. Henry Wells Manley, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Vincent Michael Macero, summa cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Caleb Brooks Matthews, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Trevor Grant Mays, summa cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Musakula Paralee McLean. Hunter James McCoy, CAA Life Member. Andrew Gibson McCullough, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. John Hale McElveen, CAA Life Member. Cameron Austin McGinnis. Caleb Isaiah McHarg, Army Commissionee. Joshua Philip McKinley, Honors Program Participant, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Joseph Samuel McLam, Army Commissionee. David George McMillan, CAA Life Member. William Walter McNay, CAA Life Member. Jake Andrew McPherson, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Taylor Nathaniel Merrill, cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Walker Alexander Merritt. Chandler Scott Messer, CAA Life Member. Adam Jeffrey Myers, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Anthony Brian Milani Del Pino, Army Commissionee. Richard Hughes Milling, Jr., summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jalen Rachel Mitchell. Noble Allen Brailsford Moore, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Gabriel Ellis Morgan, magna cum laude, Air Force Commissionee. Andrew Patrick Morrissey, CAA Life Member. Christina Marley Mullen, Army Commissionee. Aiden Francis Murray. Leah Noel Murray.
Ethan Hall Nader, CAA Life Member, Air Force Commissionee.
Robert Marcus Nastis, cum laude. Isaac Ismat Nawabi. Sullivan Davis Neal, CAA Life Member. Riley Jean Niders, Honors Program Participant, CAA Life Member. Noah Evan Knightlick, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Zaria Monique Nesmith Miller. Graham Joseph Newbolt. Marcus Reagan Newman, cum laude, Marine Commissionee, CAA Life Member.
Philip Andrew Newman, magna cum laude, honors program participant. Sullivan Michael Newsom, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. James Connor Nichols, cum laude, CAA Life member. Sarah Ann Norton, Marine Commissionee. Denzel Chukwu Emeka Wanze. Vernon Jack Nye IV, CAA Life member. Sean Michael O'Brien, summa cum laude. Mitchell John O'Connor, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Griffin Blaine O'Shields, magna cum laude. Blakely Hunter Odom, cum laude. Alma Mariana Orozco Rico, cum laude. Tiziana Ortega, cum laude, honors program participant, CAA Life member. Gavin Michael Otilio, cum laude. Alexander Burke Ott, CAA Life member. Timothy Isaac Overend, cum laude, CAA Life member. Bryson Garrett Overton, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Brianna Rain Owens. Hunter Winslow Page, summa cum laude, CAA Life member. Houston Matthew Palmater, Army Commissionee, CAA Life member. Richard Emil Parker Jr., cum laude. Hayden Matthew Parks. Lucas Mackenzie Parton, Army Commissionee. Joseph Jeffrey Paslowski, CAA Life member. Cameron Ray Payne, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Anthony Florindo Pellegrini, CAA Life member. Robert Charles Perricone, magna cum laude, honors program participant, Navy Commissionee, CAA Life member. Kenneth Luther Pierce, Jr. James Philip Platt, CAA Life member. Noah Patrick Plunkett, cum laude, Marine Commissionee, CAA Life member.
George Wallace Cogswell Pileski.
Dominic Lamont Poole. Joseph Aiden Poole, magna cum laude, honors program participant. Delmer Joseph Powell. Jenna Morgan Power, Army Commissionee. Connor Robert Gale Powers, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Jeremy Nicholas Progray, Army Commissionee. John Arthur Quattlebaum. Ricardo Arturo Quintero, cum laude, veteran, United States Coast Guard. Ashley Kabangbang Rabaka. Gianna Maria Rabasi, magna cum laude, Air Force Commissionee. Evan Daniel Radley. Ethan Daniel Ramsey, Army Commissionee. Meth Pahan Ranawira, magna cum laude, honors program participant, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Noah Cole Rankin, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Daniel Robert Rathbun, magna cum laude, Navy Commissionee, CAA Life Member.
William Forrest Ray, Jr., Air Force Commissionee.
Julius Hunter Reed, CAA Life Member. Sawyer William Reeves, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jalen Isaac Rhodes. Cooper Matthew Rue, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Walker Ryan Rue, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Edward Marion Ritchie III. Vincent Anthony Rivera, Marine Commissionee. Jamazin Tashawn Roberts. John Allen Roberts, Marine Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Lucas Owen Robbins, magna cum laude. Jamarcus L. Robinson, cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member.
Jameson Powers Rogers, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father.
Jessica Sarah Roginski. John Conway Ropp IV, summa cum laude, honors program participant, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Max Samuel Levy Rosenberg.
John Julius Rosenblum, CAA Life member, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father.
Matthew David Rothkopf, Army commissionee. Lyle Galam Rucci, Army commissionee. Elliot Ashton Roof, magna cum laude, Navy commissionee, CAA Life member. John Robert Rush III, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Zachary Scott Russ, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Charles John Sackett, magna cum laude, honors program participant, CAA Life member. Sean Landon Sample, Army commissionee. Alec James Samsel, cum laude. William Spencer Sargent, magna cum laude. Cody Thomas Sauls, Army commissionee. Zachary Martin Schellinger, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Thomas Wayne Shem. Matthew Robert Schlipper, cum laude, veteran, United States Marine Corps. Madeline Elizabeth Schmuck, CAA Life member. Jeffrey Paul Scott. Lawrence Cooley Scott, Army commissionee. Luke McGuire Segee, cum laude, Army commissionee. Joseph Dayton Senecal, summa cum laude, veteran, United States Air Force. Emmanuel Isaac Sevilla. Rowan Biren Shaw, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Daniel Jacob Shapiro, magna cum laude, Air Force commissionee. Gabriella Rose Shea. Zachary Aaron Shell, cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Griffin Todd Shelton, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Adam John Shingler. John Alexander Shirley, magna cum laude, honors program participant, CAA Life member. Brooke Teresa Caroline Shively, Army commissionee. Hayden Benham Shoemake, CAA Life member. Mario Alberto Ciaz III, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jonathan Mark Sigmund. Jacob James Simmons, magna cum laude. Samuel Bradford Simmons, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Brian Daniel Sims, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Chad George Smart, Marine Commissionee. Daniel Forrest Smith, Marine Commissionee. Kaylin Emma Smith. Nathan Anthony Smith, Army Commissionee, CAA Life Member. Weston Lewis Smith. Corbin Douglas Snavely, magna cum laude, Honors Program participant, CAA Life Member. Zachary Stephen Sowards, CAA Life Member. Michael Andrew Spencer, Army Commissionee. Cole Daniel Spina. Keaton Wayne Spitzer. William Kane Sproul, Army Commissionee. Rinzy Lee Stansberry, Jr. Benjamin Allen Steele, CAA Life Member. Benjamin Alexander Stemmet, summa cum laude. Joseph Whalen Stillwell, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Samuel Evan Stravelo, summa cum laude, Honors Program participant. Mac Ryan Strunk.
John Eric Stubing, Jr.
Richard Majunkin Stuckey IV, cum laude. Brandon Cole Sturgill, CAA Life Member. William Frederick Summers, CAA Life Member. Aaron Bradley Suttles, cum laude, veteran, United States Marine Corps. Garrison Langley Swan, cum laude. David Wells Sykes, Jr., cum laude. Alan Edward Sezapek III. E. Tung. Wayne Pierce Taylor III, cum laude, CAA Life member. William David Templeton, magna cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Samuel Kyle Thomas. Caleb Fowler Thompson, CAA Life member. Jaden Barrett Thurber, CAA Life member. Alexander Declan Tebigan, magna cum laude. Maximilian Shaw Tibigan. Ian Joshua Tiller. Vasaga Moen Tilo III, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joshua Nathaniel Tolbert, CAA Life member. Keegan Lane Trahan, magna cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Spencer Clark Tripp. Tyson Brewer Trottier, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Aquila Scott Turk IV, cum laude, CAA Life member. Anderson Isaiah Turner. Jackson Griffin Turner, CAA Life member. Matthew Christopher Unden, summa cum laude, honors program participant, CAA Life member. Grayson Scott Underwood, cum laude. John Hudlow Utley, cum laude. William Bentley Varn, cum laude, CAA Life member. Blake Alan Alejandro Vasquez, CAA Life member. Brianna Lizette Verdejo. Frederick Saxon Vogel, Jr., honors program participant. Mary Coastal Watkins, magna cum laude. Ethan Hal Watts. Justin Cole Weaver, CAA Life member. Brandon Thomas Welch, cum laude, CAA Life member. Charlotte K. Welsh, summa cum laude. Gabriel Jonathan Wentworth, Air Force commissionee, CAA Life member. Seth Allen Weesaw, Robert Brady Wally, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Hadley Wynn White, Army commissionee. John Patrick White IV, CAA Life member. Luke James Wiggins, CAA Life member.
Ariel Monet Williams.
Donovan Imani Williams. Joshua Caleb Williams, CAA Life member. Zanaya Kentrice Williams, CAA Life member. Andrew Wyatt Wilson, CAA Life member. Carson Robert Winchester, CAA Life member. Samuel Lowry Wingard, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Kimberly Caroline Winkler. Robert Daniel Winterstein, cum laude, CAA Life member. Gabriel Jesse Woodhull. William Douglas Workman V, magna cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Stephen Bennett Wojtek, magna cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. Banks Alexander Wright, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Chase Kim Wright. Taekwon Dwayne Wright. Ming Ching U. Alexander Todd Wolfhorst, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Christopher Eli Wolfhorst, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Justin Scott Wyatt, cum laude, Army commissionee. William Abel Wyman, cum laude, Army commissionee, CAA Life member. John Carr Wysong, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Graham Dean Presley Yates. Jaden Alexander Young. Jesse Allen Young, magna cum laude. Tucker Quentin Young, cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Andrew Patrick Youngblood. Edward Cantley Zach, cum laude, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jeffrey Ray Ziegler, Jr., CAA Life member. Samuel Thomas Zeron. John Paul Zitkovich IV, magna cum laude, Navy commissionee.
Like many of you, this is my first true graduation. My high school graduation in 2020 was socially distanced with no audience. While I might wish I was speaking to an empty audience today, this is the first time I've walked across the stage with my classmates to receive our diplomas. Our journey started 4 years ago on a hot July morning at the Murray Barracks sidewalk. I recall what my mother said to me right before she drove away. When you get inside, take a look to the cadet to your left and to your right, because there's a good chance they won't be there at the end of the 4 years. Seeing that the class of 2024 started with almost 600 people and less than 500 are graduating today, it goes without saying that mothers are always right. Both of my parents tried to hug me one more time that day, but were rejected by a tall, good-looking woman who shut the door on them while saying, "He's in good hands." This person closely resembled the provost and the dean of our college, Dr. Sally Selden. Anything you'd like to admit, Dr. Selden? But she was right. I was in good hands, though I wasn't so sure at first. A Citadel education is unique from other universities. Each day begins with a sharp tone of an alarm clock that feels as if it rings earlier each morning. After running laps around campus, you keep running to get to class on time with a crisp uniform and shined shoes. Classes are filled with the leadership lessons of yesterday as you analyze how you may do differently when your turn comes. There is no rest after class as company meetings, weekend duty briefings, and rank boards require more of your time. You're even reminded that others are still running around you as ROTC cadets march circles around campus to a voice calling, "On your left!" If you manage to make time for dinner, you return to the barracks and a desk that has the names and class years of those who sat there previously, forever etched and carved into its surface. When you finally get the opportunity to get a few hours of sleep, you climb into a wobbly bed and doze off until a fist pounds on your door and asks, "All in?" Completely exhausted, you wonder if you missed any meetings, turned in all your assignments, or truly ran the full distance ordered by your athletic officer. But those concerns subside when you realize you have the chance to do it all again tomorrow. But beyond the discipline and the ability to work under pressure, the Citadel has given me something else, a chance to fulfill my dream and serve my country through a Navy ROTC scholarship. I will commission to Pearl Harbor shortly after graduation, and the historical significance of that site, along with more recent world events, makes me pause to reflect on the larger purpose that we all have. We are the first class to be born after the events of 9/11. During cadre training in the summer of 2021, I remember practicing squad drill movements with Sergeant Major Yeagle when someone leaned over the rafters of the second floor and delivered the news that 13 service members had been killed at the Kabul airport in Afghanistan. On a chilly night in February of 2022, the typical yelling in 2nd Battalion was more subdued as news quickly spread around the barracks that Russia had invaded Ukraine. These are some of the moments that make the Citadel's leadership model even more meaningful. PT in the dark and damp mornings on Summerall Field began to feel like we were truly training for something. The long nights writing briefs and operation orders felt like practice for the real world. The 4th class system suddenly made sense. Whether you are commissioning or not, the intense training we all went through wasn't just to serve ourselves, but to serve others. As we cross through the sand gate for the last time, I will think back to that summer day in 2020. When I put my feet on that black line inside Murray Barracks, I was unaware of the challenges of the next 4 years. And while I'll never know the challenges of tomorrow, I know that we will be prepared to handle them. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
How about one more round of applause for these graduates? And welcome to the ranks of the Citadel alumni. It is now my pleasure to call upon the president of the Citadel Alumni Association, Mr. Norm Poole, class of 1990, to initiate the class of 2024 into the ranks of the long gray line.
Thank you, Dr. Selden. About last count I heard was 60% of you guys had joined the Alumni Association's life members, so kudos to you guys. Thank you. I'm going to start with a line from a quote, and I'll finish it later, but the first part is, hard times create strong people. While you marinate on that for a second, I'm going to tell you a little story what bonds me with you, the class of 2024, and it's not the ring. When you showed up in August of 2020, your commandant was Captain Gino Peluso. When I arrived in August of 1986, my cadre corporal was the same Gino Peluso. Hard times. He taught me to shine shoes, shine brass. He held me by my PT shirt when I did my last 90 push-ups on Recognition Day, and I'll never forget that. There may be 34 years that separate us, but this ring is what brings us together. The class of 2024 had 582 cadets that arrived during COVID. 453 are here today. You are the 78%, making you the highest graduating class ever. Congratulations. Now, why did you choose the path less traveled? What made you take on more responsibility and duties than your friends who went to other colleges? What will you leave here today that your other friends don't have? The symbols on the ring will remind you each and every day of what that is. Don't just wear the ring, be the ring. Let your actions, your words define who you are, a graduate of the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. As a graduate, your connection to the Citadel is your classmates and faculty. It'll be your local Citadel alumni clubs and the Citadel Alumni Association. I encourage you to stay engaged. In closing, I'm going to circle back to the quote I began with and give you the rest of the quote. Hard times create strong people. Strong people create good times. Good times create weak people. Weak people create hard times. There is nothing weak about the Citadel. The Citadel has helped make you strong.
Since October, you've worn your Citadel ring with your class numerals facing towards you, a daily reminder that you're a part of the class of 2024. The time has come. I ask you to remove your ring finger glove. Remove that band of gold, turn it around, and tell the world that you are a Citadel graduate, and replace it on your finger. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2024, congratulations and welcome to the long gray line of Citadel alumni. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you, Mr. Poole. Will the audience and graduates please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater? It's in the back of your program, so pull your program out if you don't have it. And remain standing for one final order after we sing the Alma Mater from General Walters.
Believe it or not, I'm actually going to miss you guys. I truly am. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be no recessional. There remains one event before we conclude this ceremony. And it's my honor to issue my final order to you of class of 2024. Class of 2024, dismissed.